Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the second Maiden's tragedy and we are in the final scene. We are in Act 5, Scene 2, and we're going to get to hear from the Tyrant King today, kicking off the scene. But his is the only storyline that has anybody left living in it, which is kind of a sad statement. The whole thing with Anselmus and his wife and Votarius and Leonella and Belarius all ended very badly, with all of them dead, some of them purposely, some of them accidentally, but they are all now deceased, and there was loads of regret, and Anselmus hopes that he ends up in a different afterlife than his wife, and all of these sorts of things. So that's all done. And at the end of Act 5, Scene 1, we had Gavianus, who had originally gone to his brother Anselmus to try to get some advice on how to deal with this whole Tyrant King took lady's body and is keeping her in the court thing, and he's like, well, you don't make super good choices, so I guess I'm just gonna have to go do this on my own. And that was the end of Act 5, Scene 1. So Act 5, Scene 2, we are in the court, and we've got the Tyrant King and some of his various attendants there. Lady is noticeably absent at this moment, and that's sort of what he's talking about as he kicks off the scene. He says, "In vain my spirit wrestles with my blood. Affection will be mistress here on earth. The house is hers, the soul is but a tenant. I had tasked myself but with the abstinence of one poor hour, yet cannot conquer that. I cannot keep from sight of her so long. I starve mine eye too much. Go, bring her forth, as we have caused her body to be decked in all the glorious riches of our palace. Her mind has felt a famine for the time. All comfort has been dear and scarce with us. The times are altered since. Strike on, sweet harmony. A braver world comes toward us." So he's commenting on the fact that he misses her and he's addicted to her, is sort of what it boils down to. He tried to get through an hour without seeing her, looking at her, and he couldn't do it. So he sends his attendants to go get her because she has been totally decked out as if she's a member of the court. So an attendant leaves to go get her, and then he's like, I haven't been well. I have not been well lately. I can't be without her. So he tells the musicians to play, and the musicians play, and after they're done, all these attendants bring in the body of Lady, and she has been preserved in honey. She's dressed in black velvet so that the paleness of her skin really pops, and she's got some pearls around her, and she's holding onto a crucifix, and they bring her in and they set her down. He's like, okay, she's here. He's like, where's that like artist that I wanted to get in here, that painter? Where is he? And they're like, well, he's not quite here yet. And somebody goes to try to find him, and the Tyrant King looks at Lady, and he goes over and he kisses her hand and treats her as if she was alive and a member of the court who should be revered and treated with respect and all of this. But then one of the attendants, or third soldier, comes in with Gavianus, who is in disguise as an artist. And the Tyrant King is like, finally, you're here. You came very highly recommended. And Gavianus is like, yes, I'm here. What is it that you need of me? And the Tyrant King is, take a look at that lady there. What is missing from her face? And Gavianus is like, meh. He actually gets to have a little bit of a moment where he's sort of talking to her, but in an aside, so that the Tyrant King can't really tell. But he's like, what are they doing to you? You shouldn't be here like this. You should have a proper burial. You should be able to rest after your death. And as much as I like to see you, I don't like to see you like this. This is not good. So then the Tyrant King is like, come on, what is it that's missing from her face? What colors are missing from her face? And Gavianus is like, all of them. She looks like she would be better suited, maybe buried somewhere. And the Tyrant King is like, no, we need to make her look like she's alive. So this is your job as the painter. You're supposed to go paint her face and make her look alive. And Gavianus, after a little back and forth, sort of begrudgingly agrees that he'll do this. So he goes over and he starts painting her face. Now, it could be with actual paint, it could be with makeup, whatever way you want to go with that sort of thing. But as he's doing that, he secretly applies some poison to her lips. And while he's painting her face and poisoning her lips, the Tyrant King is going to have another monologue, which we will hear tomorrow. So I'll see you then for that. Mwah.